This is the latest from CEN, the Sicario, and this is about $1,000 worth of upgrades. What's going on, everyone? Today I've got the Sicario back on the bench, and when I did the release video of this, I discussed or posed a question in there as if we should get all of the upgrades that they listed on this little flyer that they include with the truck. Seemed like a resounding yes from the comments, so we made it happen. I've got all of the upgrades from that sheet here. Now, I do have a couple of other upgrades still on the way and some other parts of this project that I hope to kind of get to here during and then following this video. And we'll touch on all of those here shortly. But first of all, most of the upgrades here are from CEN Racing. And again, I just went down that sheet and it's basically everything there, from my favorite item, which is the spiky lug nuts, to suspension links, drive shafts, axle shafts, lockers, diff covers, sway bar mounts, all of the aluminum machined parts that they have for this that we're gonna drop on there. Now, I didn't get the machined aluminum wheels from them yet. Hopefully we'll do that here down the road. Now, one thing that was in the list of parts was this, which is the CEN gooseneck trailer adapter. And seeing that, I was like, well, I can't just install it and not use it. So I think that we're going to need to do a trailer, and I've got some ideas on that, and we're going to get to work on it, but I'm going to show you my general idea during this, show you my initial CAD designs, and then the full build on that trailer will come at a later date. But I'll also be sharing that with you guys in case you want to do that build yourself as well with all of the work that I'm putting out there. You'll be able to just order that and build it yourself. But along with all of those upgrades from CEN, we also have a new servo from Reefs RC. I've got a 2-in-1 brushless system that we're going to drop in here as well. So we'll have a little bit better power and some more steering at the same time. These CENs are a great base for custom projects like this, and I think this is a perfect use for it. So we're going to dive right in, show you a little bit of each of the parts that we're going to be installing while we're doing it also, and then we'll be to the final result before we know it. But it's enough of this part of it. Let's dive into the install. And we're done with the install of all of those parts. Pretty straightforward for the most part. Being that we were replacing so much, there was a lot of parts that you had to disassemble way down in there to be able to work your way through it in the most logical way. But again, it was just a slow. They do provide instruction sheets for each part if you've never done installs or, upgrades like that and you need a little bit of help. Not that bad to do because, again, they do provide all of that stuff. But as you can see, we've got all those suspension links on there. Those are the most noticeable upgrades other than the spiky lug nuts. I think those are pretty noticeable and one of my favorite items. Now, I will say that there were a few parts that I missed or should have got more of than I did. So we did the sway bar up front, which looks fantastic. I really like that. But there is obviously a sway bar in the rear, or maybe not so obviously. So I don't have the rear sway bar. That was one thing that did get missed there. Also, I switched to the 4-link or in the rear. It's kind of a 4-link. It's still a parallel 4-link. So it's got, 4 links, and typically how that's used in other scale type trucks is a triangulated. So the triangulation of the links is what helps the axle stay centered and doesn't want to rock side to side. Well, these links are nearly all parallel or almost all straight. So it doesn't keep the axle centered. So you still need to run the panhard link. Well, when I swapped to that, I did get the aluminum upper link mount, but I didn't get it for the other side. In the front, I have it for the panhard link, or for the upper third link, sorry, but not for the rear. So I've got one aluminum one in the rear and one plastic version. And I do have extra aluminum ones, but they're for the other side, the opposite side of what I need. So not 100% sure if those are available on their own for the side that I need or not. I'll have to look into that. Beyond that, I don't have the steering knuckles either. Those are still the plastic units that are on here. So that's something that we may upgrade. We've got link mounts and the axle housings themselves. Now, I did notice that there is axle housings available from Racer's Edge. So I think that we're gonna do a swap to those on here with these parts in a future video, and I'll touch base on that at that point. Now, I did install this gooseneck rear hitch adapter, which I will say is one of the nicer pieces out of all of them. It's really stout, super nice, machining's done well. Bolts in between the shock towers, and then you've got your gooseneck trailer adapter that you would then bolt onto whatever type of trailer you're going to use, which is a plan of mine as well. That's super nice. I haven't cut the hole in the bed yet to actually hook up to that, but we'll get there. Now, I did also get that rear hitch. Interestingly enough, the hitch assembly for the rear comes with some frame extensions, and then you bolt a cross brace on there, and then you have this machined hitch drop down. However, this chassis is already longer, so I didn't actually need the frame extensions. I'm not sure if that is the case through a lot of the last F450 platforms or just this new Sicario, if they made that change to this chassis setup. So while I still had I only needed this part rather than that whole extension. So maybe that's available on its own. You could save yourself some money with that. I did install the Reef's Raw 500 steering servo and then the Spectrum 2300 kV 2-in-1 brushless setup. Simple little update, helped get rid of the separate ESC. I also swapped out the radio. So I took out the stock CEN receiver and I put in one for my Radio Master. This is the Radio Master MT12. This is the ELRS version, and I've been running this radio for a while. I used to run some, I still have my very expensive Futaba radios, but this Radio Master is super inexpensive and wildly powerful, but the worst radio I've ever had to program. So one of the most powerful radios I've ever owned, but absolutely the worst to actually use. So, it's one that you can't recommend to everybody because it takes a certain type of person who's going to dive in to learn the programming on that. Even for a very simple car like this, steering and throttle, it can still be a bit of a pain compared to most radios. So something to keep in mind. But at this point, the truck is running again. We got a lot more steering power. We got the brushless system in there, all the upgrades. That will do it for the first upgrade video on the CEN Sicario. In the next video, like I said, you'll see the interior as well as, I hope, the trailer build. I think that trailer could be kind of fun. Not normally a trailer person, but for some reason now I think that it might be a good time. But if you're interested in seeing that, consider subscribing. If you're interested in seeing videos like this a little bit earlier, helping support the channel a little bit extra, you can join the channel membership, and all of the details for that are down below. You get to see videos like this early. You also get some behind the scenes stuff and videos like After News Delight, which is an extension of the Scale News Update. But if any of that sounds like something you might be interested in, again, there's a link in the description below. But it's going to do it for this video. Again, if you enjoyed it, hit the like button, consider subscribing, and thanks again for watching. We'll see you on the next one.